One thing that I love about living in Bellingham is our proximity to Vancouver. We kind of sit in this pocket that's right between Vancouver, Canada, and Seattle. And I will say, being so close to Canada, we actually tend to come up here more often than people might think. And I grew up on the Canadian border, and so going across just is kind of normal for a lot of people here. So I'm going to take you today, my family and I, we are going to go to the Greater Vancouver Zoo. And I will say there's a Greater Vancouver Zoo that's technically in Langley, BC. So it's actually just outside of Vancouver. And once you actually cross the border, it's only 10 minutes. So depending on your proximity to the border, it's really not that far. For us to go to the Seattle Zoo, it would be about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour travel time to get there and back. So this is actually a lot closer. It's a little bit smaller, but for little kids, it's the perfect distance. So depending on where you live in Bellingham, the time it might take you to get there might be about max 45 minutes, probably a little bit less. It takes us about 30 minutes to get there from our house. And in order to get there, you do have to take the Aldergrove Linden border. So you get on the guide meridian and it is just a straight shot right up, and then you basically run into the border and then you keep following it and then you hit the zoo. So it's really easy to get there. Hi everybody, my name is Jasmine. My husband and I have been selling real estate here in Whatcom County for over 10 years. And now we get to talk to people just like you every single week who are thinking about making Bellingham their home. So if that is you, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to chat with you. We'd love to be your boots on the ground here. And this channel is devoted to giving you a look at life. What does it look like living here? What are we doing? What are we taking our kids to do? Where are we going? So today we're gonna go to the Vancouver Zoo. I'm gonna take you around and show you just how quick and easy and fun it is to get there. So we just crossed the border into Canada, and one thing that is very helpful is if you have a car that can put your mileage into kilometers, because obviously they use different units of measuring here. So not miles per hour, it's kilometers, and it's hard to just go off of, but I know some dials let you actually change it. So our car does, so we like to change it when we get in here so we can abide by the rules. There's also different driving rules, but you just kind of figure it out once you get up here, and it's very, very similar. But I know one thing you're probably thinking is, I know this is a Living in Bellingham page, why are we talking about Canada? But living so close to Canada is a huge benefit because Bellingham is this small town. We're kind of just tucked in between the mountains and the ocean and tucked in between these two big cities. So you get this small town feel when you live there. And honestly, that's why we love it so much, is it is a smaller town, but we have really close proximity to these bigger cities where there is a lot to do. And surprisingly, in Canada, it's a lot closer. So it's easier for us to travel up here, find things to do, hop across the border. We like to go, they have water parks up here. They have these indoor play places that we've come to. They have a Chuck E. Cheese right across the border. We don't even have one of those. So all these little things that we might not get where we live, but they're in a really close proximity. They just happen to be in another country. So it's easy for us to get up here, and that border access is a lot more convenient than people think. We also get a discount when we come up here because their dollar is weaker than the US dollar. So sometimes we'll come up here and we go shopping and we like to buy our clothes up here or something, because again, it is closer to drive here than go to Seattle. And so we can come here and do all that stuff and get a little bit of a discount. Another big thing that we like to do here is fly out of the Vancouver airport, because it's actually closer to us in Bellingham than the Seattle airport. So if we're going on a big, like if we're traveling to Europe or if we're traveling to Asia or something, we will actually look at the flights out of Canada, because the Vancouver airport's only about 45 minutes from Bellingham. So really nice, really close, and there's a ton to do up here. So when you come up here, the discount for everything is almost 30% because their dollar is so much less than the US dollar. I think it's about 70 cents to our dollar. So our dollar is so much stronger. So when we come up here, everything is about 30% off. So like my husband and I, we have actually gone to multiple concerts up here. We just bought concert tickets for this month. There was the option to buy them in Seattle, or there was the option to buy them in Vancouver. And when we bought them in Vancouver, it was almost $300 less to buy them up here than it was in Seattle. So we definitely like to choose here for going to concerts or even just coming up to dinner. White Rock is a really beautiful place right across the Blaine border that a lot of people like to come to, sit on the waterfront, have a nice dinner, or even just coming across and going to any of the restaurants up here. There's also a little bit of a bigger food scene because you are in a bigger city, you're in a different population. So lots of really good restaurants, great places to eat, and they're all at a 30% off discount. So it's really nice, and it's something that we like to take advantage of. So we just got to the zoo. I'm gonna take you along with me so you can check it out. Again, this is a little bit of a smaller zoo, but still a great one. The kids love it. It's always a hit. I hope that was helpful. I hope you got some good information about our neighbors up north in Canada, its proximity to Bellingham, and all that there is to offer. So once again, my name is Jasmine with the Levain Real Estate Team here in Bellingham. If you have any questions, if Bellingham's on your short list, you're thinking about making it home, please reach out. We would absolutely be honored to help. And until then, I'll see you guys around Bellingham.